Right then, legends. You spoke, I listened. Today we're going to talk about, we're not really going to talk about it, we're going to get into it. I've got some new panniers and bits. I asked a question a few videos ago. What luggage system would you recommend? And I got some good results from you guys. First up then, we got Alan Bolter, who always takes time to comment on my videos. Fair play, thanks Alan. Cannot help with that one. Anywhere I camp must have 4 stars over the door. And then in similar trend, Taff Williams 1, you don't need them, hotels do laundry service. And I do agree with you both. I like staying in a hotel, in all fairness, and I know you can wash your clothes there, but I still need a bag of other clothes because I don't plan on doing like one night stops, if that makes sense. It'll be over a few days, and I want clean pants and socks. Lot Poor 0402, better off finding a set of genuine panniers, even though they're solid, that go on the original bracket. The aftermarket brackets look like scaffolding, and he's not wrong there, in all fairness. I'd end up with a big sort of rectangular scaffolding structure on the side of my bike. Obviously add in a bit more weight, but not really too much in the grand scheme of things, because obviously you're adding luggage. But I think they do kind of double down as protection, but again, they're not cheap. So I've looked at the options of that, and I'm kind of sticking with where I'm at the minute. I'm going with the rails. And the reason obviously I asked this question is because this rail is broken. So we'll go into that a bit more in a bit. Have you considered a light blue rucksack with an albatross embroidered on the top flap? That's from OJ Crook 1340. No, OJ, I have not, in all fairness. I've got a nice black waterproof rucksack, but I did look at what you were on about, and this is what I found. So Dane Eastman 1316 has commented, since price is paramount on a machine like this, I would look into the Tusk rackless luggage system. It's half the price or better than Moscow rackless system, with the same benefit of not needing to invest in a set of racks. I'm thinking of going that route with my own GS. And I had a look into it, but what I did find was something else a bit cheaper, but very much of the same sort of design, if that makes sense. But I'll show you that in a bit. But again, thanks very much, Dane. That sort of helped me sort of look into other avenues and see what else was about. And I think it is a little bit cheaper than the Tusk stuff again as well, so always a win. So taking all your comments on board, I've obviously listened, I've had a look, I've done a bit more research into it, and what I'm going to do is change the original rail for a brand new one, and I've got them here with me, so I'm going to do that today. It's OEM BMW stuff, so I'll put the part number in the description if anybody wants to check that out. I've also got, and this came with the bike, these rather came with the bike, the original BMW Panniers. So I'm quite pleased that I've still got them. Somebody has done a bit of work to fix the one that was sat on the right hand side when the bike, whatever happened to it, I don't quite know. So it is working, it's all good to go. This is obviously this side because it's got the groove for the exhaust. But yeah, I've got those, so I'm quite pleased with that. But then with the soft luggage system, I've gone for this Rhinowalk touring seat bag setup, and it's just 2 panniers. They go either side of the bike. Nice little Velcro kind of system going over the top, and that's pretty much it. And you can take them off and wear them as a handbag if you got your makeup with you. So that's where we're at with this. My plan now is to replace this rail, which is a really easy process because these parts here are all BMW OEM equipment. Once I made sure I had all the correct parts, I got to work removing the broken rail from the bike. It was a dead easy process, just a case of removing 3 screws, one of which was a little bit tight, but once I got all 3 out, the rail came off easy and the broken part as well. Before fitting the new one, you had to connect this little triangular piece. That clicked on. Once that was done, you just lined it up and screwed in the remaining 3 screws. And with the new rail on the bike, it was time to fit the panniers. Now this is something I'd never done before, but it was just a case of 2 hooks at the top of the box going over the rail and then fitting against the mount of the frame. That's how it looks. Much better, to be fair. Obviously it's not something I'm going to keep on there, but I'm quite pleased with how it looks. Going around the side. It's a big old boy when it's got panniers on it, but it only just sticks out a little bit wider than the boxer heads. So yeah, quite pleased with that. You can see the cutout there for the exhaust, so that's all good. It latches on there, and you can see the fix that the prior owner done a good job in all fairness. And then it slides in between two grooves there on the box, and it's nice and stable, so it doesn't go anywhere. Quick little fix, and now I've got access to the panniers that came with the bike, and they are proper BMW ones, so no drama there at all. Now it's time to try and fit these soft ones to see what's going on with them. I've done all the faffing off camera because I just wanted to get them on the bike to see how they look, and in my opinion, first impressions is they look the part. They sit where I want them to sit. They were easy to connect to the bike and easy to adjust. These straps on top are little lockable straps, and I'm just hoping that when there's weight in these bags, they still work as good as they do now, because I tried pulling them through and nothing happened. As I mentioned, they sit in quite level with the seat, so that's where I wanted them to be. That allows me to stick an extra bag with like a tent and all that kind of stuff on the back. And with regards to the bags themselves, they do feel waterproof. The seams are sealed. There's a nice handle there. There's a reflective part on the bag. There's plenty of areas you can restrain the bag further to the bike. It just ticks all the boxes for me. So now I need to put this into a real world test where I need to get out, do a bit of camping, fill them up so then I can get a proper feel for them. But as it goes, as of this point now, I'm happy with my purchase, £140. We'll see how they go. But that brings this video to an end. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you with another video soon.